in trials. We need to get them back a little bit if we can. Horse has been called forward. Number 1, Tangaroa, Kylie Hughes for Reese Moore. Number 2, Cornwall Classic, stood down 1 trial from Andrew Voslik. Number 3, Charlie New, Andrew Stenhouse, Danny Wynett. Number 4, the Spin Professor, Simon Jardine for Reese Moore. The Spin Professor doing a regional swap, coming up from the Alan Tormey stable to Reese Moore camp. Pinky Promise, Luke Watson's an ODM, trying to get back in the draw. And number 6, Out of Control for Team Francis. Trial over 1790. They're about to rock and roll. Should be a bit of early speed here, but 2 or 3 of these usually fly the gate pretty well. Mobile into the front straight, Out of Control just back a few metres, going to cut across the back of the field. Arms fold in and away they go. And Charlie New, with that customary brilliant gate speed, comes across the field and goes straight to the lead. Pinky's Promise pushes up on the outside, going to head the 1 out line. On the fence, Tangaroa coming 3 back the fence, Simon Jardine just easing in beautifully with the Spin Professor. Cornwall Classic about 3 or 4 metres back in 5th, and Out of Control is just starting to go past him and go to the 1 out 1 back chair. Down the back, about 1300 out, and Charlie New for Andrew Stenhouse leads Luke Watson with Pinky Promise. Kylie Hughes on Tangaroa in 3rd. The Spin Professor, Simon Jardine with Out of Control, Michael Francis heading up into the 1 out 1 back, and Andrew Vosik and Cornwall Classic at the tail of the field. Coming into the home straight, well, I'll get the bell on this occasion, and we're heading to about 1,000 metres out from home. And good even tempo up in front with Charlie New. Pinky Promise is just starting to head him a little bit. 1 out 1 back, we've got Out of Control. Tangaroa on the fence behind the leader. 3 back the pegs, we've got the Spin Professor and Cornwall Classic just tacking on the back there. Charlie New withholds that early challenge from Pinky's Promise and kicks through to regain that 1 metre advantage as they come up to the 600 metre mark, and Charlie New 2 metres to Pinky's Promise. Tangaroa 3rd, 1 out 1 back Out of Control. Spin Professor 3 back with markers, and Cornwall Classic 2 or 3 metres behind him. Coming down, 400 to go, and Charlie New leads 2.5 metres to Pinky's Promise. Tangaroa 3rd, Out of Control the first to make a move, comes out of the 1 out 1 back and starts to challenge as well. The Spin Professor does the same, comes off the markers and is going to follow Out of Control into the race, and Cornwall Classic still at the tail of the field but starting to run on. Coming down towards the line, and Charlie New 1 social distancing to Out of Control. Pinky's Promise kicking through as well. Charlie New, Pinky's Promise, Out of Control 3rd, running home pretty close for 4th. I think the Spin Professor might have got that above Cornwall Classic, and Tangaroa dropped out at the finish there.